So I knew that variant was different, and that's where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Well, I had the televisit yesterday, and her name is Hannah. I guess Dr. Hannah. I don't know, or nurse practitioner Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, what strain is this? She goes, we do this every day, and we don't know.
Oh.
It changes so much. It's like,
But it's part of the Omicron strain series. Like right now, it's all subvariants. It's all subvariants under the Omicron, I believe.
Can we cancel the series and no more new seasons of COVID?
No
Who's
more new
renewing
ones.
this crap?
I don't know, but wasn't wasn't there a Delta recent? Was
No,
the
that was
Delta
before.
right?
Delta
was the one
before.
Delta
And
before.
before that was the old G, but the Delta had variants too.
Right.
But the variants are more similar, kind of in the way they act under the original one. So we're in the Omicron one, and soon there'll probably be another one, a totally different one.
Yeah, and then with the flu, it was obviously, as you know, the strain A or
Yep.
strain B. I'm sure there's probably C, D, or and F by now.
Yeah, but
with the flu.
the big ones are the A and B ones, and and every year that's what they target. And they said that the vaccine. I took the flu vaccine, but it still got the flu, and it was one of the it was either A or B. I can't remember. I think A.
I think A,
And that is the one that it didn't matter. It didn't. The only thing that helped me, like Jared is helping him, is I had Tamiflu on hand because I'm always steps ahead, just like the nuclear fallout.
You're
Yes, of course.
also the sketchiest person that everybody knows.
And I took Tamiflu, and literally the next day I felt better.
Well, that's good.
And everybody in my family took it, including Everly. I had to go get her a kid's one because it prevents you from getting it when other people have it. So it wasn't terrible.
It's just interesting that we're hearing that all the members of your family had the flu.
They didn't.
Who?
They did not have the flu.
Everly?
No, I gave her
Oh, you just gave it to
Yeah.
her.
Tamiflu.
I didn't
Oh,
think
to
you could
prevent
take
it.
it if you. Well,
No, that's what you're
Is
supposed
it-
to do.
You're not supposed to have. You're not supposed to have it though, unless
you have the flu.
No, that's not true. If you have the flu, you can order it for your entire family. And that's
Oh,
your
okay, yeah,
household.
yeah.
You can't.
And there's 2 ways of taking it. I've told you this like
I know,
10
but I
times,
didn't know
Katie.
you could just order Tamiflu.
For your doctor, you call up a doctor. Say, hey, when you say you test positive for the flu.
Yeah.
And then you say, hey, I've got 3 family members that I live with. They usually, if it's unless there is a shortage, call in a prescription for Tamiflu for everybody else.
I see.
Because if you take Tamiflu, if you have Tamiflu, you take it twice a day and it reduces it. If you don't have the flu, then you take it once a day for 10 days and it prevents you from getting the flu. It's quite the drug.
It seems. Does anybody have a COVID test in here? My head's starting to hurt.
well, Jason's talking.
Yeah, Jared's so peachy.
Feeling a little spacey. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I bought 2 yesterday, but I left them at home. Oh well.
That's all right. I do want to say though, when I was doing the televisit,
Mm-hmm.
you know how like Katie, you've been in situations like the gynecologist and like your legs in stirrups, and they're like, "Hey, are you Katie?" You're like, "Yes." Oh
Yes,
gosh.
and they
Or-
start talking about the show, and I want to die.
right. Or
Yeah.
Jason, you know, the proctologist has a finger, you know,
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, you must be Jason."
Yeah.
But towards the end, she's like, "Do you want me to send your doctor's note?" Because I was like, "I don't know if I need a doctor's note. We've never needed one." But I was like, "I don't know, maybe." I said, "Sure," and I gave her my email address. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm totally starstruck right now." And I go, well, of course. And no, but I was like, oh, no, thanks. She's like, are you Jared? You are Jared from Jared and Katie Moore. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love you guys. I love everyone on the show. I said, I know you're sick, but thank you. You know, anything I do for you. I was like, just give me all the medicine that I need. But
All the things.
you just never know. Like my brain wasn't even working. But then she's like, oh, I'm a big fan. And you're like, okay. And you're like snot coming out of my face, but it's okay.
Ew.
It's all right.
Well,
Here I am.
yeah, here you are. I'm glad you're at home because I can't. It's not coming out of your face. The look of throw up. No,
Well,
thank you.
well, thank you. My normal looking face, but but then I did feel bad because I left. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be the guy that comes to work with COVID, and I had COVID at work. Mm-hmm. And then the only thing I thought was like, well, this could be the time Jason gets it, and then I'd be like the hero at work. Because people would like really like
He's
wanting
the
him to get it.
religious one.
We put up statues in the parking lot.
Yes, of me like holding like throwing the mask on the ground.
You're the one who took him down.
Wow, that's cool.
Josie
Jason's
hasn't-
laying on a gurney. A statue.
Josie hasn't had it either, right? She hasn't.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't
you know.
think she has.
Yeah, I don't think that she has.
Unless the only thing, and Tripper hasn't either, unless the only thing is we've had it and it was on no symptoms, but we don't have the symptoms. You
Yeah.
know?
And you know what was interesting too? It's just the way that the world works is that we legit were in here off air yesterday talking about how the cases, what did you say? That the cases were down?
Finally, the cases and ours. What's the other one? I always mess
RSV.
it up.
RSV.
And the flu cases are finally actually going the other direction, which is good.
Except for Jared.
Yeah.
You know, I always go against the grain.
Yes. It's true.
And that's nationwide. I don't know particularly around this particular county, but nationwide.
You're defying the odds, Jared.
Yeah,
You know,
outlier.
in so many ways.
Trailblazer.
I've done it for so many years.
In so many ways.